Hello everyone, and in today's video we're going to talk about now this is not a one site, these are two sites. The first of them is Mapchart.net. So first of all, this site has helped me a lot, especially if you're like a fan of like me of creating maps, and that's gonna help you a lot. Like here we can see that here are of course we can do a lot of things. But here we have world simple advanced subdivision with microstates. Europe, United States, Asia, the Americas, Africa. So just one example. Now I'm gonna go to the advanced one. And here we can see the world map. Of course we can do a lot of things like we can turn on the rivers button which would shows the rivers. We can turn on the lakes button which would shows the lakes. We can turn on the time zones button and then show geographical lines. And as you can see, file has totally completely changed. Or we can just turn off those things. And now we have a normal world. And of course, we can color along the countries. We have also Antarctica in this state. And like for example, if I choose yellow, I can color choose a lot of countries. Like for example, I can color United States, Canada, Greenland, Mexico of yellow. And of course, I can choose maybe another color. Like there are a lot of colors that you can see here, and we can use all the colors. Like I can maybe use Russia. As you can see, we can create a lot of countries. Now, I think that since I've colored this, you may know what this means. The yellow one represents North American continent, Canada, USA, and you can also like point at the line will show you the names of it. And then the Russian Empire, not the Soviet Union, the Russian Empire. Of course, we could not put the Poland border since Poland was like half divided between Germany, but we can also set down the borders like this. And now it looks way more realistic. And of course, and of course, you can also name the country. Like for example, I can name this Russian Empire. And once I have done that, it would show me here Russian Empire. And you can always cut it down also. Like for example, if I want to cut this down, I can just do this. And now we have only North America. So this is kind of a great tool. Like you can do a lot of things with this. And you can also take a screenshot or you can just save a slash upload map configuration. Just save it. And then of course we can like maybe divide the world up in variables. Like here we have a subdivision button. Once click that, of course it will take a little bit of time. And here we have all the subdivisions in the world. There are states, provinces, counties, anything the country is divided in. Now this is kind of a difficult one since you can, like the before one, you can always color it. Like for example, I can color, oh, this is Antarctica. Which of course it is not divided since Antarctica is not a country. Of course, the Amazon, Aqua, and then Loreto, which is in Peru, plus, and this is in Brazil, and this is in Colombia. And then, of course, they can always set down like this and click this. Even though, of course, there's no way this country is going to be created since this thing. And now they're going to be borders. But if you want the country to be united, you can always choose country to color. Here we have all the countries in the world. Let's choose one. Why not choose a bigger one so it is easy to see? Let's choose a Botswana. We can of course choose a color like yellow. Let's see. And now click country color. And here we can see Botswana now. And then if we want to make the country more bigger, we can just add these provinces. And now the country looks bigger. And we can also zoom in, especially if the country is divided into very small subdivisions like Bhutan or Slovenia maybe. We can just zoom in. So it is kind of an interesting site and also good one. And you can just go out. It would ask you changes you made may not be saved. So if you wanna click cancel, it would not go outside. If you wanna click leave, then it would go. Of course, we can also go country by country, continent by continent, as you can see here. Since there are just literally all types of options in China, Greece, Brazil, Belgium, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, of them being divided. And then there are also like some games like that Samurai Elder Scrolls series, which you may know that it's not a country, but it, when you click on it, it's kind of like for example, if this it would zoom, I can see the names like this is Colombia, Central Netherlands, South Kraglorn, North Kraglorn. Honestly, I don't know what this game or series is, but it will literally show you the map. You can see city names, you can see the cities, and of course you can color it like real. And for example, these are two, like South Desert and North. No, it's Kraglorn. And then there's also a this sound which I know where it is. Yes, it is up here, as you can see, North Basin and South Basin. And if we create an automatic country, as you can see, kind of a fun site of fun life. And the thing is that they always do the updates. Like it's not that it's gonna remain the same always. And of course, here's another game, the Westeros House. It's like the Tamray one. It will show you cities and you can do a lot of things. And now let's talk about another site. Now this site is called historicalmapchart.net. So this site is kind of similar to Mapchart.net, only that this site mostly focuses about history maps and does not have as many maps as Mapchart.net one has. So as you can see, here we have a lot of maps. Here we have 1815, 1880, 1914, 1938, and Cold War and beyond. Now, Cold War and beyond is kind of a good map, since you can see the entire map from the Cold War, which started from 1946 until 2016, since it was last year 2016. As you can see, there was some countries like French West Africa, which was not a country, was part of France. Germany was divided. Tibet was not yet part of the country. China was still united. Newfoundland and Labrador were still independent. And a lot more. So for example, if I color this area, and then we can maybe go upside like this, and it would show some news that may happen. Like Newfoundland Labrador does not exist anymore. Germany is more united, even though not fully united. And as we can see, then we can maybe push 1951, 1955, 1957. Nothing has really changed. And then 1980, 1958, and the color is not yet. Since the country is not, since the decolonization of Africa started. As you can see from here, let's give you an example from here. As you can see, the map would have drastic change as the time we have passed, especially the Soviet Union fall. Like this was the country in 1990. This was the country in 1991. Like, isn't it funny that just in a year, it took less than a year to dissolve. And of course, in some of the recent things like happened, like the Southern Sudan thing, 2009 and 2011, and Southern Sudan is independent. The scene doesn't go for 2009, and then you return back, and it's there. In 2005, it's not there. 2010, it's not there. And in 2014, it's there. So the map is only done until 2016, but nothing really has changed in 5 years. And this kind of a positive sign since there's not really a lot of problems going on. And of course, there are problems going on, a lot of civil wars, like the Libyan civil war, Syrian civil war, but luckily, not a lot of map. The size of the country is not really changing a lot. It's the 1815 map. Of course, there is a high unclaimed Africa, and of course, there is other areas. Like 1815 was a year when Napoleon was defeated. Napoleon Bonaparte was defeated, and of course, here we can see unclaimed North America, unclaimed Africa, and then there are other small countries like this country, Fulani Kingdom Empire, Karata, Mosi States, Asadka, Oyoyo. I'm sorry for the pronunciation, but I don't. And of course, the other countries like Viceroyalty of Peru, Viceroyalty of New Grenada, United Provinces de La Plata, unclaimed Patagonia, and of course other countries like the Ottoman Empire. Egypt was that time independent. This is Egypt. Tripolitana was not part of that time since Egypt was independent, like it shows Tunisia, Algeria, and Morocco independent. And of course, there's other area like British Cape Colony, Saoxa, Zulu, Portuguese East Africa, and a lot more. So as you can see, this one is kind of interesting, but it doesn't really have a lot of things. And then of course there is 1914 before the World War One starts, and 1938 before the World War Two starts. Isn't it funny like World War One, World War Two, even though it gets less funny when you hear the numbers of how many people fought in that war and unfortunately died. And of course there's the historical US map which shows from 1719 to today, and from today it means 2016 since it was not really updated after 2016. Of course, we begin with these colonies, which northern borders are like New Hampshire. We can also see the border change, and New Hampshire not really never changed from 1720. Then like this Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and like which means that the first state to be existed from 1719 until 2021 never really changed. And then the other areas like West Virginia, which from 1792 to 1862, New York, for some reason from 1792 to 1852, I don't know what really happened then. Georgia, which seems very big, from 1719 to 1801. Mississippi Territory. This territory which seems exactly divided from New West Northwest Territory to Indiana Territory. And of course, the size doubles as we get Mississippi Territory doubles. And of course, there's the state of Louisiana, which only means no, it's actually Orleans Territory from 1804 1804 to 1811, Louisiana Territory from 1803 to 1811. As you can see here, we can see a lot of the map, how have it been changed. Like this was under Canada territory, so there was a double from Nebraska. And there was under this territory public land stripe. Until the 1870s, the map was mostly resolved, especially until the 1880s. Until this thing happened. These Indian Territory from 1892 to 1896, Oklahoma Territory, Indian Territory again, and then Oklahoma Territory. I see just two of them, but their sizes seem make them seem a lot more. This is the Oklahoma Territory, and this is oh, actually, this is the Oklahoma Territory. This is the Indian Territory. So you can see there's some inklings and SPs. Like this area didn't really borrow this area, like this area from this area, and of course until they united. The claim will pretty long time to unite, and here we go. Now it is united. From what I understand, the map don't really change a lot. Obviously, Alaska and Hawaii was admitted in the Union, but overall mainland US things were Oklahoma was the last territory which really changed a big thing. As you can see, there are a lot of things that are here in the site. Now, I don't want to get all of these things, but since you can always check it out, and it's better when you check it out by yourself than seeing everything before. So that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If yes, then click the like button. If you have not already, then subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.